Some of the good old fancy old. Oh wait, did Aiden just message me back? Yeah, he never can. All right, you're gonna be reading some of the good old Sonic High School, the worst
Oh
fan
yeah.
fiction on Earth, which is also the
It's
best.
this is the best.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
the
mix between the best
no,
and the
it's just
worst.
the best. Just the best.
Well, that will be decided here. All right. So all right. So I am. Wait, shit. I'm Omega. Okay, ready? All right. I gotta get in my Omega roll. Okay, let's go. Oh wait, yeah,
Okay.
wait. Do you think I should recap the story so far?
Uh, sure. I mean,
Alright, so for anybody who hasn't seen the other Sonic videos, so the story is Sonic has itchy balls, and he wants to have sex with his girlfriend, and Rouge had sex with Espio, and then Rouge had a baby and it was Knuckles, and then Knuckles and Espio gay kissed, and Knuckles went inside of Rouge and then came out as a baby of himself named Knuckles Jr. And, but
only
also,
valid characters are the babies.
yeah, no, like, and then, but Knuckles, believe it or not, Knuckles is the baby that was had that looks like Knuckles, and Knuckles Jr. is the baby that is Knuckles, but it looks like Espio, and Sonic learns that if he and Sonic is trying to pressure his girlfriend into sex, but if he has sex with her, the world will end because then everybody will get his ball problems, but like not in their balls, then they'll die or whatever. But he's Sonic or whatever, and Shadows,
On
and then
X speed.
Charmy B has a play, but everybody's like, "Oh, your
Like
play's
gay
gay."
play.
Yeah. And oh god, what else?
So that's it. But
Uh,
basically, this part is just the chapter that just passed is like the doctor telling him, "Well, if you have sex, you'll like kill everyone. So don't do that." And then Sonic is like, "Aw."
yeah. Okay. So I'd say without further ado, let's just get right into it, right? Also, thank you for the comment, Pinecone. God bless.
It's a knight with a new woo face.
All right.
13. A cool car raced through the city streets. Said the car as it went down the big street with lots of other cars on it. The city was filled with of buildings with lights and other things, like places like McDonald's, because those aren't buildings.
Comma shouted the car.
As it went back and forth going between other cars, so it did not have to wait in traffic. The car was playing techno and rock and roll music at the same time. Techno is short for technology. Yelled the car, doing a big turn in the city intersection. I think that's illegal. Station update on the Ultra Chaos Emerald, said the driver of the car. Car screen blinked to different things, and then in a robot
I think
voice
that
said,
Omega's
Joe
the
Biden
robot.
is
Oh,
a
thank you for the
rabid dog.
follow.
He should be beaten to death with a stick.
Joe Biden is a rabbit dog.
Comrade Theepinicon
Thank you so much, Mike.
1928 is
Ultra
now
Chaos
following.
Emerald getting closer. Shadow looked at the map screen and drove faster
Oh, yeah,
towards
Shadow.
the red dot. Was where the last Ultra Chaos was.
Oh, I'm the car.
He
I'm the car. Beep, 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 beep.
said the car
That's
in a
Omega.
robot voice as Shadow got closer to the dot while driving his car. It was just around the corner now. Shadow did another fast turn at this intersection, right to where the red dot on the map was.
Beep, 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 beep.
In the car in a robot voice as his car dot the Ultra Chaos Emerald dot on the map moved into each other. And in the real world, Shadow pulled up to the curb and there was a couple of gang men.
Boys, we better do some gang shit.
Shadow?
Shadow.
Wait. Thanks,
Henry.
Omega.
Shadow as he hopped out of the car, which was black and red, and onto the dark city street. He looked at the black. What? The what? The what?
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
This is horrible! Already, this is already so cursed.
I hate the fact that I'm laughing.
It was racist towards Asian people. It's homophobic.
Bruh. Wait, no, hey, wait, no, to be fair though, it does say trans rights. All the girls have balls.
Oh yeah.
But Shadow knew they had the Chaos Emerald Shadow took out a gun and pointed it at them and said, "Give me the last Ultra Chaos." Oh, sorry.
Give me the last Ultra Chaos Emerald.
They looked surprised and startled. They checked their pockets, and while they were doing that, the gun became used.
That's the
And
worst
Shadow-
way of saying he shot them. That's like the most like boring way of saying he shot them. That's like
They are now dead.
no. If you ever want to teach somebody what passive voice is, just let them read this.
Shadow reached into the middle one's pocket and found what he had come for. The last Ultra Chaos Emerald. They were like the regular Chaos Emeralds, but more powerful and a secret, until they were found out. Shadow hopped back into his car, Omega the robot car, and said,
I got it. Now I can get one wish to come true. I am gonna think about what I will use it on before I use it.
Shadow looked at the map and said,
Directions to hamburger restaurant.
"It's like copyright, except they've already said McDonald's."
No, that's just the name of his favorite restaurant.
Hamburger
Omega
restaurant.
changed some screens and said in a robot voice,
Beep boop bop. Hamburger restaurant location found. It is over here.
and Shadow looked at where the dot was. It was right nearby, so Shadow drove there with more loud sounds. Shadow went to the drive-thru and got a hamburger and fries, because, it's the hamburger place.
FOH.
And sat in the parking lot in Omega and ate it.
This is great. I love this place. It is always the place that I love to come to after I finish a crime.
Shadow, darkly. Omega did not need food because he was a robot shaped into a car. Shadow finished eating and threw the garbage into Omega's trash hole, where he turned litter into gasoline, which was useful. Then Shadow took his penis out.
Hey Omega, check this out.
And Shadow laughing hard penis stuck it in Omega's trash hole.
Unrecognized item in trash hole. Error.
And Omega
That's my penis, man.
said Shadow to Omega.
Penis not trash. Not allowed. Not allowed in
Actually-
trash hole.
Actually, I beg to differ. Omega to Shadow. Shadow couldn't fit all of his big, strong penis into Omega's trash hole anyway, so he took it out and gave Omega a taste of his hole. Omega did not recognize Shadow's balls as trash either, which was good. And then Shadow put his balls back and started to drive off with his hands still on his penis.
That's horrible.
This is so cursed. First of all,
This went like the opposite of how I expected this to possibly even go.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Where
think
is
that
Silver's
this
house?
is
Hey, Egghead.
Shadow to Omega. While he rubbed, really, I don't want to anymore.
Do you want me to do
it? Sure.
Where are we?
Where is
Shadow
Silver's
keeps
house?
empowering his penis? Is that where we're at? Here, you can take over Omega. You can take over Omega.
It's right after Where is Silver's house.
Where's Silverhouse? Okay. Said Shadow to Omega while he rubbed really quick and hard on his penis with one hand, with his other hand driving. Omega updated his map and showed where Silver's house was on the other side of the Dark City. Shadow kept empowering his penis with his one hand, and he drove faster and more dangerously. Soon his penis was so big he could hardly see it in front of. It got so big that he couldn't see it in front of him anymore, and he was zigzagging across the street trying to keep both his penis and the car in control. What would happen if the penis wasn't in control? Then he put both hands on his penis on his penis and made it do all sorts of things until it was done, and his penis redecorated the inside of Omega with white curtains.
Just so you know, that's my semen.
Said Shadow to Omega. Omega knew that already. Shadow put both of his hands on the steering wheel and drove faster, but suddenly some loud sounds and flashing lights came up behind him.
Whack, whack, whack. The police is following you.
Said Omega. Shadow decided to follow the laws and stopped his car in the street and waited for the police to come over to him. Shadow's penis was still big though, so he tucked it under his leg on the right, and it stuck up in the middle of Omega the car, and Shadow put his hand on it. The police came over to the window of the Omega and looked at Shadow inside. Cool vehicle, said the police.
Thanks.
Said Shadow to the police back. Okay, do you know that you were breaking a law by going that fast and back and forth on the street? Said the police to Shadow, sounding more like Miss Lesson than a real person. Guys, Miss
Yeah,
Lesson's
I
fake.
do.
Blasted hate.
Yeah.
What'd she do?
Wait, did you read? Yeah, I do.
Do.
Said Shadow as he patted his hand on his penis in the middle of the front of the car. Sir, please take your hand off the gear stick in the middle of the car right now, said the police to Shadow. Shadow looked at the police and laughed and said,
Haha, that's not the gear stick. That is my penis.
I hate it here.
wait, what was the thing? What is the thing? This isn't a beach, it's a bathtub. Please tell me you guys get that reference.
No, I do not.
What? Holy shit. Okay, that's like such an old reference. Planner Cat probably got that. If Planner Cat's here, he totally got that one. I'm like 60% sure Planner Cat got that one. Shadow looked at the police, no, and drove off before the police could say anything or even react at all.
You have broken another law.
Said Shago to Omega to Shadow. Shadow laughed because he could see the police far behind him giving up and going back to look for an easier criminal.
It's a terrible cop. Now,
Said Shadow.
let's get to Silver's house.
Shadow drove the car fast to Silver's house on the other side of the city, and when he got there, he braked the car so hard that the sound it made was like hearing the world's biggest bird get punched in his tummy. Shadow honked the horn, and when he finished honking the horn, Silver jumped out of the window and onto the street and into the side seat of Omega.
I really don't like this because it's like Silver just comes in the car while the car is all covered in cum.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
But like the
You're right.
cool curtains you put up. Does this probably literal child?
No, it says that all characters are 18.
No, but like the person who's writing this clearly has no idea what goes on.
Yeah. Also, Shadow laughed and said... Henry.
Oh, sorry. No problem. Now, if I do not hurry up by driving fast, you will be late for the play.
Silver said...
Do not worry, we will get there in time.
Also, for the question who made this, somebody horrible. Somebody horrible. Silver was another big role in the play, too. But he was not a huge gay like Charmy Bee. Silver was kind of like Sonic, but less fast. Sonic still had the best morals, but maybe Silver dressed better. But that was kind of gay, too. Silver did have this big hair on the thing on the front of his hair that looked like a marijuana. Like the Pokemon? So maybe Sonic was better at being stylish anyway. It was hard to tell because Silver lived in the city, which was kind of far away from high school. Stato stepped on the gases, and the car went away through the city into the moonlight and towards out of the city to high school.
I don't know, it sounds kind of gay, bro.
Yeah, the author is Charmy Bee phobic.
Auto-corrected it to marijuana.
Yeah.
All right, Planner, can you read us now? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just give me a sec.
Okay. Yeah, this is horrifying. Alright, let's see. Who are the characters in this one? There's Amy. There's Sonic.
It's a Christmas play.
It seems like only Sonic and Amy are speaking. Oh, there's Rouge. There's Rouge. Shadow.
Sonic pigtails and ran up.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
There's Shadow. He says like one thing. Can I be Sonic?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the author is definitely going to hell. Wait, so this is by Dark Doom Firemaster. It's in the drama romance category. Oh, Planner left. Big sad. Let's see. Thomas said he'd show up soon. We just need him to fucking stop eating.
I have to go at 10.
Okay, that's fine.
Give me a second.
Sonic and Amy got to high. Okay, so Henry, why don't you be the narrator?
Alright.
I will be Amy, and I will be Rouge. Then I'll be Amy. Wait, I'll be Amy and Rouge because they seem like they have the most rules, the lines, other than Sonic. So, do you want to do just everything else then, Leo?
Sonic and narrating.
No. Leo's not Leo. You're Leo. Henry is narrating. You're gonna be Sonic and the other characters.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool with you. Okay.
You're Amy and Rouge.
Yeah. I'm all the ladies. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Henry, let's go.
Sonic and Amy got to high school and went to the play, which was at the school. They got
It's
to
not
the
redundant at
auditorium.
all.
They were not expecting to be surprised, but they were, because the auditorium was actually full of men and women idiots waiting to see the play. Young people, such as high school students, did not come to see the play unless they had to. This was so full that Sonic and Amy had to sit in bad seats surrounded by strangers that could have been dirty or usually did crime.
Wow.
Yeah. Sonic looked around the place and saw Rouge and Knuckles Jr., who was a baby, sitting really by the door out, and Tails and Cream all the way on the other side, which is where they probably would have sat anyway, because Tails hated Sonic to the sky. Sonic also saw Shadow standing around places, but he did not get a seat, because he was too bad for that.
We're at the play now.
Said Amy to Sonic, even though she was surrounded by people, neither of them.
I wonder when it will begin.
Going to start soon.
Said Sonic back to Amy.
What I am wondering is not that, but it is if Charmy is going to mess up big time because he has been acting weird all week. I bet you he will.
Laughed about this because it did not really matter to him, but it did to Charmy.
Wow,
They're all
this is
being
so
dicks
cool.
to Charmy.
Yeah, guys, this is, as the chat said, this is Charmy-phobic.
Yeah. Play they were doing was the Christmas story, even though it was not Christmas time, but they thought it was a good idea to do anyway. In the play, Silver played Joseph, who was Jesus' dad. Charmy played Mary, because even though he was not a girl, everyone thought he was anyway. Baby version Jesus was going to be played by Knuckles, who fitted the role now that he was a baby. Yeah.
Looks like it all worked out well.
Sonic and Amy sat patiently in the seats they were in, even though Sonic could have been running around. Sonic waited by rubbing Amy's leg and seeing how close he could get his hand to her vagina before she rubbed him off.
This is horrible.
Sounds like a win either way. Sonic determined that Amy was prime and ready for sex because her vagina felt hard and loose as far as he could tell when he would get close to it with his hand before the play began. Almost forgot totally that he had a deadly ball disease. Play eventually started, and it was just as gay as you thought it would be. There was singing and songs, but otherwise it was just like the Christmas story always was. Mary got a letter from an angel saying she was going to have a baby, but she did not want to have the baby at home because the king would not let babies vote. So Mary and Joseph rode bikes all the way from London to Jerusalem. When they got to there, the hospital was full, so they went to a barn and had the baby in there, and it turned out to be the legendary hero, Jesus. Through the whole play, Silver did a really good job, and Charmy did an okay job, but everyone sure believed he was a woman because his voice was so high and girls.
It's like they're so tired of making fun of Charmy. They're just like, and girls, like whatever. Like they're just like writing it off at this point.
So,
They're just like,
what
yeah,
kind of king lets anyone vote?
that's true.
Monarchy. Then they got to the ending where Mary was to have her baby out. Mary flipped onto her front and Joseph pulled Jesus out of her butt. Which looked totally fake, Sonic could tell, even with special effects. Joseph held Jesus up to show God and then gave him to Mary, who was actually Charmy. Charmy looked at Jesus, Knuckles, really close, and then reached into his clothing with the hand that was not holding him and pulled out a knife.
Time to get murdered.
Said Charlie as he started to kill Knuckles. Just as he began to do, the silver bodily flew into them and knocked Knuckles up and away from Charmy.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Said Amy, who was startled hard.
Charmy's trying to kill Knuckles, obviously.
Said Sonic to Amy. It was true, and the people started to being yelling and screaming. Then a gunshot came from the back of the audience. Shadow pulled out his gun from his spot and aimed it at Charmy B from the back of the audience. Shadow fired his gun, and the bullet hit his head, but he must have been wearing a gun-proof helmet, because the bullet from the gun went off his head and up into the ceiling, where it hit a light and the light fell down, along with other things. Something from the ceiling fell into the back of the stage, where the props were, and one of the props was a bomb that they used for something.
Why did he need a
The
bomb
prop-
when talking about the birth of Jesus?
The prop was a real bomb, though. The thing hit, the bomb exploded. The bomb exploded with a huge explosion, like a bunch of horses made of fire running through the place. Suddenly, people did not really care about the play anymore, because the place was full of fire and could kill you. Rouge and Knuckles Jr. already got out quick right away because they were by the door. Sonic looked and saw Amy next to him and was almost unconscious because of all the fire and smoke and shocking things. Sonic picked her up and ran out of the auditorium with his fast speed. Sonic found Rouge and Knuckles Jr. outside in the hallway where it was safe.
Are you okay?
Said Rouge.
Knuckles Jr. predicted that this would happen, so we sat by the door. So you didn't think to warn anybody, Rouge?
Yeah. Yes, we are okay.
So how do you predict that that there's gonna be a bomb that's real backstage and that Shadow's gonna try to shoot Charmy B?
He's ascended.
And Sonic.
Amy here is going to a shock attack, but it is nothing she will not get over.
Jesus Christ.
Sonic looked around and saw people running out, but there was a lot of other people still stuck in the auditorium, and some of them were fainted. People were leaving and not helping the other people get out, but the lynch lady, who had ears but was deaf, was running into the auditorium, carrying women and children back out. Lunch Lady lived in Mongolia by herself as a child and became very strong from carrying trees back from the frozen forest
xenophobic, this part.
to the villages that she traveled between, so now she could carry stacks of people. She was deaf. All of the noises that the fire was making did not bother her because she could not hear.
That's the worst thing about fire, the noise. Right?
Sonic saw the lunch lady bring out Cream, but Tails was not being brought out because he was not a woman or child. Sonic thought, damn, he is still my friend. Sonic swallowed his scary feelings and ran into the burning auditorium to Tails, who was passed out in the front. Sonic picked Tails up and ran and brought his body outside to the hallway and began doing CPR on his body. Sonic thought,
This will look gay.
it did not matter because Tails was still his friend. Sonic pushed on his body and started kissing him deeply and passionately to give him life again. Sonic kept kissing and Amy, Rouge, and Knuckles Jr. watched him as he kissed Tails' face, but Tails was not waking up.
I'll do it. Sonic!
Said Shadow over the side.
Charmy escaped and is running through the school like a murderer now! Stop CPR to St. Tails! You have to help us catch him!
Silver gave Knuckles to Rouge and said,
He is safe now, but he needs to sleep.
Rouge was so happy she could have kissed him, but did not.
Amy, finish doing CPR on Tails. I will let you and will not get jealous.
Sonic kissed her mouth and felt one of her boobs and ran off with Shadow and Silver to go catch the guy who was trying to kill baby Knuckles, but was now running around the school and could danger them all. Fuck Shadow.
Damn. This is just getting... The plot thickens, boys. So let's see. Now, chapter 15 is called Killer on the Luke. Loose, but with a C.
I wrote this chapter on a train.
Also, he fixed a typo.
He spelled fix wrong.
I fixed a typo.
And the chapter name is still wrong.
Killer on the Luke. On the Luke. I don't know how to pronounce like loot. It's just still loose, which was like the thing. Like he fucked it up. Yeah, he fucked it up so wrong that it was like just like it worked. Okay, so let's see. What are the lines? Sonic. I'll be Sonic.
Don't be narrator again.
I'll be Sonic. I will be. I'll be Amy.
Can be.
I mean, no, I'll just be Sonic. No, I'll be Sonic and Rouge, and then you can be Amy and.
Is this chapter 14?
Yeah, wait, Planner, can you read with us?
There's Sonic, Amy, Rouge and Shadow, as well
Right.
as narrator.
Shadows in this one? No, this is 15. This is 15.
Oh, 15.
It's just Sonic, Rouge, and Amy. I'm pretty sure. I'll be Sonic.
And yes, I did recognize this isn't a beach. This is a bathtub.
I knew Planner would. I knew he would.
It's very classic from the terrible porn movie plot.
Yeah. Also, there's This isn't tennis. This is anal sex. But that's a gay one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm Amy and Rouge, right?
Oh no. Planner's gonna be one of them now because he's here.
Okay. Also Charmy.
So Charmy's in this one. Okay, then you can meet Charmy too. Wait. If you're wait. Which one do you want to be?
I'll do Charmy and Rouge.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And then, can you be Amy, Planner? Planner? Possibly. All right, we'll just have to fucking hope. We'll just have to hope. All right, are you on the page? Are you on it? Also, wait, is the author low-key based for writing this on a train?
Oh, great. Now Thomas.
Thomas got it. Thomas is here.
Oh, what's up?
All right, Thomas, you're Charmy.
All right, where are we?
Okay, that could have
Chapter
been
15.
Charmy.
Okay, what's the link?
They're on the loose.
No, you're Amy.
Yeah.
You're Amy, Planner Cat.
Yeah, but if I knew I could have been Charmy.
Well, I just well if we can give everybody a single role, then let's do it. Also, Thomas, make sure everybody who's here also better be watching the stream in the background, or you're not based.
Well,
Okay.
my computer crashed
I wouldn't want to be not
a little
based.
bit ago because of Twitch being open.
Okay.
Ooh, killer on the loose.
And I had to spend sitting there had to scan and recover discs.
Thomas, do you see where you wrote it? I'm sorry about that. Planner.
Yeah.
He wrote it on a train. Did you get a fan, by the way?
No, not yet.
Okay, I can still lend you one. All right, Henry, you ready?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, Henry, do you want to be Charmy and Thomas can be the narrator, or do you just want to narrate? Because you just narrated the last one.
I want to be narrator.
Okay, then you be narrator. I believe in you. All right, ready? Spetty, spaghetti.
Chapter 15. Killer on the loose. Shadow and Silver ran ahead into the school, but Sonic stopped to go to the bathroom, and he took an enormous, bad-smelling poop. Sonic knew he must be very emotional, because this poop was so big that when he tried to flush the toilet, the big poop log just folded in half and clogged the toilet easily, looking like part of a really fat pretzel that you would get at the mall, not like the little ones bagged from the supermarket. It
Damn.
just said,
Forget it.
ran out of the now very stinky bathroom and after Charmy Bee. Like past Shadow and Silver, who were in different hallways and going different ways, but he did not pass them at the same time because even though Sonic was very fast, he could not actually be in two different places at the same time. Sonic went one way and Shadow went the other way and Silver went another other way, and it kept happening.
It's like the thing from Scooby
That
Doo.
Sonic looked in was the art room. Did Sonic remember having art class with Charmy Bee? Charmy could not control his gay urges, like all the colors in every picture, where Sonic
Well,
just
it's
used
a
blue
gay
and Amy
color.
just used pink. What the hell? How do you make a painting with just one color?
I mean, you can use like different shades of blue, but like agreed.
So wait, Henry, are you using push to talk?
Sucks.
Henry, are you using push to talk? Okay, I'm just saying because you're cutting
Would I
out.
be?
You're cutting out. Like maybe you should lower your sensitivity, your mic sensitivity, or no, raise your mic sensitivity.
Yeah.
It's just that you're cutting out.
Do you want me to continue it?
Sure, just for a few, or just until he's all good.
Sonic thought about how this was and that it was still surprising that Charmy could do something like this. But I went into a room, among other rooms, that was the car fixing room. Are there multiple? Shadow remembered how he had car fixing class with Charmy and how Charmy was really terrible at fixing cars because it was not in him to do something that was like a man could do. Shadow thought it was weird how Charmy could now do something that was so manly, like killing.
Okay, did I fix my audio now?
Yeah.
This is like literally. Yeah, I know you did. This is like literally like that debate that I had.
Since when do you know how to kill people?
Is that a line?
Fellas, is it straight to kill people?
Yes.
All right. So where are we?
That's the debate next.
All right. Okay, so you're on Sonic and Shadow and Silver.
Yeah.
That's your line.
Sonic, and one room that Silver ran into was the gym room, where Silver one time had gym class with Charmy Bee. You remember how Charmy was at sports and being an athlete. So it made him wonder why Charmy could do something that was actually doing something, like killing.
Wait, holy
Sonic
shit,
and
that was
Shadow and
twice?
Silver ran around.
They did that twice. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
trying to hint at that.
Sonic
subtle.
and Shadow and Silver ran around and around, and eventually they just got tired and could not find Charmy at all. Charmy was trying to be a murderer, but they were just tired of looking for him. So they sat down in chairs and didn't do anything else now. Back in the front of the school, Amy decided that she needed to go to the bathroom. Rouge went with her because she had to go too, and Cream stayed with Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and Tails, who was still trying to become awake. Most people had left the school by now, but there was still some waiting to get into the women's bathroom. But Amy and Rouge did not feel like waiting in line, so they just went to the men's bathroom, where normally it was that the people inside were men. Amy and Rouge were not men, so this was against the rules.
Unbased.
As soon as Amy opened the door, a superpowered smell hit her in the face. It punched her right in the nose because it was Sonic's poop smell.
Who's Rouge? Who's Rouge?
Amy, I think.
Yeah, I got back. I managed to get Discord working again just in time for my line.
All right, we'll do it.
Curse.
Are you gonna do it, Planner?
Yeah, it was Amy, not Ruth.
Planner's Amy. I'm Rouge.
Oh wait, you're Rouge. Okay, wait. Then it's your line then.
Wait, who am I?
You're Charmy, aren't you?
Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, then it's literally your line, Leo.
No. Okay. This smell is Sonic's poo.
Oh no. It was your oh my god. What is that smell?
Oh my god.
Screamed Rouge.
Screamed Rouge.
Okay. Sorry.
What is
I
that
did that.
smell?
I've heard this smell a million times.
You've heard the smell, said Amy to Rouge, who could say this because she was Sonic's girlfriend, meaning that she has been around Sonic pooping.
Planner.
They smell like Sonic's poop.
Oh, sweetie.
That's so horrible.
Amy and Rouge went into the bathroom anyway because you can never get a break when it comes to going to the bathroom. No matter what, you always end up going, even if you try all not to all night. They were holding their hands above their noses, and then Amy opened up a small door, and inside was a shocking thing to see, but she saw it anyway. It was Charmy Bee.
Ah, it's you.
Screamed Amy in a scared and shocked way.
You're a murderer.
Not yet,
Said Charmy.
but now I will start to be by killing you.
Charmy jumped at her from inside the stall and into Amy, and they fell back, and Charmy was on top and holding a knife and was about to cut Amy apart when Rouge came over and kicked Charmy, and he flew off her body and over to the wall by rolling.
Take this.
Said Rouge, and she flapped her bat wings at Charmy to push all air at him. It all went to him. But then Charmy got up and ran right at Amy with his knife and cut her on the legs because she is short, and then jumped back.
Ow!
Said Amy.
I'm dying.
No.
Amy fell,
No,
Amy
not
fell
Amy.
backwards and got dizzy.
Oh, thank me.
Said Rouge.
This is your special move while you can.
Amy knew what Rouge was talking.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
God.
Oh no.
Amy shouted
Girl blood.
and opened her legs, and a stream of blood shot at Charmy. Since Amy was so good at being nice and caring, which is using her heart, Amy was able to speed up her heart so fast that her blood pumped out of the wound on her legs. Like, I thought this was gonna go a different way.
Yeah, no, in a completely different way.
Yeah, wait, okay.
I don't think that the
Like a
maker of this
super-
knows what a period is. If we're gonna be fair, though.
That's true.
I mean, when you specify girl blood, like a super soaker filled up with by vampires, the blood hit Charmy in the face and body and all over. Looked like he didn't care. Amy looked shocked and yelled.
So invincible.
Then Rouge said,
I bet he can't handle my special attack. Romance bite.
Rouge flew with her bat wings and went over to Charmy and bit him right in the neck using her fangs, and tried to make him fall in love with her, but it did not work. Okay,
This is
hard
gay.
read. This is Dr. Eggman possessing him.
What? That's
It's
your bet?
not work-
You're betting that? Or is that
I'm
true?
betting that this is Dr. Eggman.
It's the gay agenda.
It's true.
Yeah,
not
Dr.
working.
Eggman's a part of that.
It is not working.
That's true.
Right, Amy?
He must have superpowers. He's going to kill us for sure.
Me and Rouge tried to get away from Charmy, but he kept blocking them and coming at them with the knife. They were finally trapped in the corner, holding on to each other with their best in show boobs pressing up against. Sexist
Legos ever! Cursed.
Then all of a sudden, Tails came into the bathroom and threw a piece of electronics at Charmy. Charmy looked up at Tails and said,
But you are supposed to be bizd.
and then died right there. Tails went and definitely stopped for a second to check out their boobs without them knowing, but then stopped and said,
You are safe now. That was not Charmy. Oh wait, was somebody else supposed to be Tails?
No, I just assumed it was because
That was not Charmy. It was a Robbit. Amy?
yeah,
A robot? How did you know?
said Amy. Tails, being the smartest, thought it was a question for idiots, but said,
I knew as soon as Charmy was not being hurt by Sonic's poop stink. I was watching from the door. Normally Charmy would have complained and passed out from smelling that, but he did not, so I knew. As soon as that happened, I ran and went and got a robot killer device for my electronics.
Wow. Thanks.
said Amy, and kissed Tails on the cheek for a reward.
Silly Tails, you saved us.
Said Rouge, and kissed. This shows that you can be cool by being smart, except if you are a nerd ass. Tails and Amy and Rouge walked out of the bathroom and back to where the Cream and Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. was. And soon Sonic and Shadow and Silver came. We were all back together. The lunch lady was the only other person still there, and she saw how tired they looked. So she made them all a bunch of chow meat sandwiches.
What?
And they all ate until their tummies were gonna burst. In time while they were eating, though, Sonic thought, but then where is
there's
Charmy, and where is the guy who
who-
made the robot? Oh, sorry.
That was okay. And so many other things. I like how he was thinking, and so many other things. High school drama is just so crazy to be a part of.
Wow.
Let's do one more chapter.
Wow.
Thomas, will you be the reader?
Yeah.
Will you be the narrator, Thomas?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's see this. Alright, let's see this. I will be
Dib-
Vector.
Dibs on school worker.
Dibs on Vector and Knuckles Jr.
Do
nice.
Shadow.
Huh?
Do Shadow.
Who do you want, Henry?
Alright, I'll be Knuckles.
Is that everybody? Wait, who chose Sonic? Wait, I'm Knuckles Jr. Are both Knuckles and Knuckles Juniors in this?
Yes.
Oh yeah, both of them.
Oh, wait, actually, here. Wait, how about I'll be Vector, and you can be Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. because like they're like whatever. And then I can also be Sonic. I can be Vector and Sonic, right? Will that
That
work?
again.
Wait. You're gonna be Shadow, right?
Yeah.
Leo. Okay. Yeah. Does Shadow have a decent size line?
Okay.
Actually, no. Never mind. I'll be Vector and Shadow, and you can be Sonic.
Okay.
because they're smaller. Anyway,
Who are doing Knuckles and Knuckles Jr.?
Knuckles Jr.
Good Knuckles, Knuckles Jr.
Yeah, both. And then Planner wants to be school worker.
Slash the announcement speaker, which presumably
Okay.
the other. I'm taking those two.
Okay, cool. And then if there's any other characters, Planner's just gonna get them as well. All right. Ready, steady, Thomas.
Alright. Chapter 16 Responsibilities. It was now a new day of school, and Sonic went to it.
Wait, I just want to say one thing really quickly. Egghead, it's fair that you're gonna dip, but come back soon because we're gonna play Fallout New Vegas soon. It's gonna be less cursed. Okay, cool. Sorry.
I mean, we
Alright.
could make it more cursed.
Sonic took a peek at the auditorium where the bomb had gone off last night. Jesus Christ. And it looked like they were fixing it. So that was good. Sonic went to his first class and his second class and all of the classes after that until lunch, which is what he was at now. Sonic went to his lunch table and was about to say,
Guys,
but then he looked at his normal lunch table and thought,
what has happened?
Tails was not here because he had been mad at Sonic. Knuckles was not here because he was now a baby and with Rouge. Espia was not here because he was at the hospital after fighting with Knuckles before he became a baby. And Charmy was not here because he was still in a disappearing mystery. The only people that were there were Shadow and Vector,
Hey guys,
said Sonic.
what is going on with high school?
It sure is crazy.
Laughed Vector while he ate his yellow sandwich.
Ew.
I'm like 85% sure that he is just Vector from Despicable Me.
Okay.
I mean,
Also,
the-
yeah, Fallout New Vegas will be soon.
Isn't he the crocodile?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
But you never specified. You just
That's
compared
true.
the crocodile in the fic.
He just said that he walked in a crocodile way.
It's true. Let's see. Let's just look up Vector, and whichever Vector shows up first will be.
It's Vector from Despicable Me. It's funnier that way.
Yeah, yeah.
There he be.
Damn.
That was the first Vector to show up. Either that, or he can be
Um,
him. He can either be
all
that,
right.
or he can be this. If you guys are looking at this stream.
Wait, Vector's last name is Perkins? What?
Vector Perkins? Does it say it somewhere?
Yeah, wait. If you
I mean,
scroll
'cause his
down
dad
to the
is a
second
bank
Vector
guy.
picture.
It's true.
His dad is a bank.
Alright, you guys, okay, let's get back into this.
Alright.
Did anything new happen today?
Said Sonic to them.
Didn't you hear?
Said Shadow.
Espio's back out from the hospital. He'd be out here at lunch right now, but he's getting all of his work from his teachers. That reminds me, said Vector. Oh, shit, I'm not said Vector. That reminds me.
Said Vector.
Also, Knuckles is having trouble with grades. Now that he has become a baby, he's not turned in any of his homework or tests, and he's going to fail high school and get kicked out if he doesn't do them.
Damn.
That's me because of quarantine. Wow, that's tough.
Said Sonic. Oh, and then all of a sudden the announcement speaker came on.
Attention, teenagers.
Said the announcement speaker.
Amy and Ruth have been at you. We're going to play. Please go there immediately.
Said Sonic so immediately.
Looks like they're gonna be. Wait, looks like they're gonna be in there for a long time.
Said Shadow.
There's no way I can become true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy if she is trapped in detention. I have.
No,
But I have-
it's dentation. It's dentation.
That's Dinesh.
No,
Oh,
this
it's-
one's dentation.
Damn. She has Dinetion and Dentation. That's crazy.
Reader.
Right. Said Sonic. Sonic was so upset now. Then the announcement speaker came on again.
Attention. Sonic, please come to the.
Said this speaker.
Uh-oh. Wait. Uh-oh. Looks like you're in trouble too.
Said Vector. Vector was always making people mad. He was definitely an asshole to be around. Sonic got embarrassed, like when Miss Lesson read about his balls problems, and he ran out of the lunchroom and through the halls with his head down, not looking or talking to anyone, and went to the...
I feel like this is so much less bad
Yeah, it is.
than Multitude. Hello.
Said Sonic to the office.
What?
Here, this is for you.
said the school worker, who had a tattoo with an outline on her.
Rouge left it for you before going to detention.
Sonic went over to the desk she was at, and looking at and pointing to, and found what she was talking about, which was Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. with a note attached to them that said, please take care of us while Rouge and Espio are not around. Sonic was so surprised. He had never taken care of a baby before. Forget two, especially when one of them was his friend after.
Thomas, are you cutting?
Thanks
Is
for
Thomas
coming.
cutting out for anybody else, or am I just like?
No.
Is my Wi-Fi? No.
You're just terrible.
I feel like everyone's
You're coming
saying
too
that
quickly, Goo Goo Gaga.
Said Knuckles Jr.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Knuckles
Do that
Jr.
voice,
was
Henry,
red.
please.
Okay, bye.
so
Sonic picked up Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. and put them in his backpack, and went to the rest of his classes and then went home. Sonic got home and opened his backpack and took Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. out and put them on the bed, and they had starved because he didn't feed them anything.
literally the worst.
Yeah, word.
Welcome to my room.
Said Sonic.
Go check out the pornos on my desk if you don't want to see them.
Said Sonic.
We're both only babies.
Oh. Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. laughed and ate food that Sonic brought up for them after they laughed.
Hey, Sonic.
Said Knuckles.
With my homework. It is very hard to write as a baby.
So then Sonic helped Knuckles to learn to write, and he finished doing his homework as a baby. Knuckles probably did a lot of things wrong, but Sonic did not care, because homework was boring. Then Sonic went to mow the lawn, which made his balls itch extra, and then he went back upstairs, but stopped on the stairs to put some soothing poultices on his balls.
I guarantee you that like the writer of this fanfic actually had like a ball problem.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Right?
G balls are
Yeah.
actually more.
What do you guys do for fun?
Said Sonic to Knuckles and Knuckles Jr.
Well,
Said Knuckles.
can we tell you and you promise you will not tell anyone?
Really bad.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Knuckles Jr.
Tell he will not tell anyone. Goo Goo Gaga.
Oh.
Okay then.
Said Knuckles to Sonic.
When we are alone and not being held by Rouge, we like to practice kissing on each other. It is technically okay because I am Knuckles Jr. Down is allowed to kiss his baby.
Sonic.
Cool.
Said Sonic.
Oh, God.
Show me.
Oh, so Knuckles and Knuckles Jr. got very up close to each other and kissed each other in a really... It is okay because they are father and son and also both brothers, and that is allowed everywhere. And it is not illegal, even if they are
Everywhere.
both babies now. Ugh. The two of them kissing looked like two big, not sexual caterpillars. Not a sexual kiss, but it was a big gold
No,
medal
because we can't
kiss anyway.
sexualize children.
Yeah,
This entire program is.
it was a very not sexual kiss.
But it was but
So much.
Very.
Thomas, but you said it was not a very sexual kiss, but then it was a
Oh,
big,
but it was a big gold medal kiss anyway.
I just wanted you to read that.
Wow, I can tell you are both going to be romance experts when you grow up.
Said Sonic.
I would ask you for tips, but it would probably send you against the law.
Sonic asked them to kiss one more time, and they did. But Sonic videotaped it this time. Oh, so that he would know how to kiss Amy even better next, which would be when she gets out of detention.
No,
Then they all had a root beer.
detention.
Oh, right, detention. And talked about which girls are hottest.
Valentina.
Girl, who you think is the hottest?
Said Sonic to Knuckles and Knuckles Jr.
Sonic.
Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, so this was very good of him to say. It proves...
No way.
Said Knuckles. Just then, Sonic wanted to slug that little redacted redacted in the mouth for saying ugly about his girlfriend, but didn't.
The hottest girl is Rouge.
None of them could not say that because she had the absolute biggest boobs in the tri-state area.
No one can say tri-state area without me thinking of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
That's true. That's true.
I think
In
that was
fact-
what they were doing on purpose.
Tri-state
My opinion,
area.
my opinion is different.
Said Knuckles Jr.
I think the hottest girl is Charmy.
They all laughed so hard because Charmy was so much like a girl, except not hot. Everyone knew that laughing was good for them, even if Charmy was kidnapped or dead, and that it made them feel healthy. Knuckles
Wow.
Jr. was definitely the coolest baby because everyone could get along with him, and he could do jokes also. Then they all got out of their clothes and into bedtime clothes and went to sleep.
Hi, Victor.
Sonic was sleeping just fine, and normally until there was a whisper at the edge.
What is that?
Sonic, Sonic, Sonic.
Said the whisper.
Sonic, Sonic, Sonic.
Sonic opened his eyes and saw the person whispering to him, and who he saw was right there, which was Knuckles.
What is it, Knuckles Jr.?
Said Sonic to Knuckles Jr.
Wait, also,
Sleeping
wait,
until you whispered my
Victor,
name.
we're about to play Fallout New Vegas. Victor, we're about to play Fallout New Vegas. If you wait like 3 minutes, we're gonna play Fallout New Vegas. This is the last chapter we're reading tonight.
Sonic opened his eyes and saw the person whispering to him, and who he saw was right there, which was Knuckles Jr. Oh, wait. Sonic
What is it, Knuckles Jr.?
said,
I was sleeping until you whispered my name to me.
I had a vision.
said Knuckles Jr.
I know who the real killer man is, and I know where Charmy is. Goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
Alright, wait, Thomas, could you change the tags of this stream to be relevant, and then could you change this? I need to go to the bathroom really quickly. So could you just change the stream name to modded art? Consider you change to modded RP, exploring Novak, colon, exploring Novak, but yeah, and then colon, Krillosi plays Fallout New Vegas. Modded, wait, no.
Just Krillosi, please.
Yeah, Krillosi plays Fallout New Vegas.
Title.
And then change it into...